Grand Canyon and Yosemite and whatever else. So I just traveled and came actually through here. I always make the story, and it's true. My car broke down, and I couldn't find anybody to fix it right away. I said, this is really nice area. And when I finally decided to make it a move to the United States, this was my destination then, in the end.
I'm the oldest of 5 children, and I'm the only girl. When I was born, my dad told my mother, he says, you know, we're going to have some boys, because if we're going to farm, we're going to need some farmers here. And he loves to tell the story because I'm the only one that's on the farm.
I lived just down the road here, and I knew Marsha's son. And so I approached him one time. I asked him whether his mom would teach horseback riding lesson, Western style. And he said, well, we can probably make something out. And so he found himself a willing guy for exchanging horseback riding lessons for helping how to make hay.
My first husband was diagnosed with cancer in '95, and this came about in '96. And it was good because I had been his caregiver, and it was terminal, and we knew that. So it gave me a chance to get out and do what I enjoyed doing and spend some time out there, a reason to be out. There were 3 times, and I remember each of them very well, when after we got done riding, Mike would come in and visit with my husband and bring a book, bring some chocolates, whatever. And each time after he left, after that little visit, my first husband would always say, "My, that's a nice young man." And to me, after he passed away and time went on and our relationship from a friendship resolved to be much more, I thought it was really nice that my first husband approved of my next husband. We always had beef and we always had hogs. I always had horses. Then after that, I also got involved in gardening, extensive gardening. And I found an outlet with the restaurants in the Glarus. I've been doing that for probably 15 years, if not longer. And then other things have come up too, you know, with the lavender, and we sell Christmas trees.
I'm a terrible shopper. But when we got married, I said, you know, when it comes to birthdays, anniversaries, or Christmas or anything, I'm gonna make something different here. I'm gonna make you something for your garden, because with all the perennial gardens that we had already at that time, I could always make something that would be fitting into the background. On the other side, it's got to be also, if it's a bigger item, then it's for a few years. It's not just for one.
And I think the thing too, that with what he's created in all of these structures, I love perennial gardening, and I love designing pathways and little, he would make a structure and I'd say, okay, it's got to go somewhere. I wanted a labyrinth path in the prairie, but I didn't want to make a formal labyrinth path because it would cut down too much of the prairie. So I just made a meandering path that I mow, and it goes to the center, which is the way they work. And then there's a stone to sit on, and there's an oak tree because it's single oak farm. But I wanted something to show the entranceway to that, because when people come for the garden stroll, they could never find the labyrinth path.
The garden stroll being our annual fundraiser, so
Yeah, we've done that for, this will be our 11th year, and we've done it for many different causes over the years. It's quite a day. We usually have 100, 200 people here, depending on what we're raising money for. And it's all given back to whoever we're putting it for.
So you're looking at everything from, we did Haiti, we did
Pine Ridge one time.
Pine Ridge was done. Then you talked about food banks.
It started with the Habitat Bill that we did in Mount Vernon.
When it comes to designing something, I really like the idea that it should be something that has symbolic or I usually tell my clients, it should be personalized, otherwise custom work, what's the use of it? You want to make it personalized because it will be your piece after it leaves the shop. there's a monument for Sandy Hook. Kind of said, there's got to be something that I want to do about it. When you're doing what I'm doing, you feel the need to express yourself, because it's something that not exactly makes you burst or anything, but certainly it leads you to creativity in order to get that out of your system.
I mean, I think we've complimented each other on what you've done and what I've added.
For our last story, we join a barber